Hi, my name is Rindu and I'll be going over the BDAT 1008 midterm project, which is performing Spark sentiment analysis on Twitter data using Kafka, Flume, and Spark ML. So as you can see here, this is a brief understanding of the model that I created. So I used Twitter API version 2 and I ingested the tweets from Kafka, and my plan was to ingest from Flume as well. And also then I ingested consumed the data using the Kafka consumer. Both of them were written on Python, and then I saved the data to HDFS, and finally I performed Spark machine learning and Spark analysis. This is the ideal version of this project, but what I was able to achieve was this, where I ingested the data from Kafka and I got it to the Kafka topic, and I use Flume and I subscribe to the Kafka topic using Flume and ingested the tweets again. So it pretty much is ingesting the same set of tweets both through the Kafka consumer as well as the Flume agent. That is my basic setup, and now I'll be going over the code. So I was able to create my own developer portal account. This was not created recently. It was some thing that I had access for quite some time. So this is my app for the Twitter API. I use this app and its authentication for this project. So this is my producer file where I've gone over, where I've used the bearer tokens from the Twitter API. And I've created my Kafka topic, which is MBA MVP. So what I would be ingesting, the tweets I would be ingesting is NBA MVP candidates. So I've selected a couple of MVP candidates for this year, and I've also ingested the tweet MVP. So I just ran a time loop here, and I ingested around 400 tweets at a time, and I gave it a 15-second sleep. And here I got the tweet, and I performed some cleaning using regex, as well as I got the sentiment of this text using TextBlob, and I was also able to extract some other data such as created date, followers, friends, retweets, and favorites, as well as the language for the tweet. And I finally put it to a JSON dump and flushed it to the topic. So here is my consumer file. I've used the Kafka consumer from Python library, and I also used the HDFS insecure client to connect to HDFS. I've subscribed to the Kafka topic here, and I also set the path for my JSON file to store these ingested tweets, and I just got the tweets directly from the topic, and I decoded it and sent it as a JSON stream. And now I'll be going over how this runs on GCP. So this is my earlier Flume agent which I created. I tried to ingest directly from Twitter, and it wasn't allowing me to ingest from Twitter. I will be going over this in the demo section. This is the Twitter agent where it connects directly to Twitter API. And this is the Twitter agent where I connect to the Kafka topic, and I subscribe to that and I ingest the tweets from there itself. I would start off this demo by running my producer file, which I already showed, where I will be producing tweets to my topic, and I would also run my consumer. As you can see, it's ingesting 400 tweets every 15 seconds. Still waiting till it is consumed. Yes, I can see that the consumer is consuming the tweet. And now I'll be running my Flume agent to ingest the tweets from the Kafka topic. As you can see here, it does take some time for it to get figured. As you can see here now, it has started writing onto the HDFS as tweets are being produced from the producer. That's it. And now I'll be going over Spark. Now I'll be going over my Spark implementation of this project. As you can see here, I've started off by defining the schema for my data. So you can see tweets, followers, as well as the other data that I've extracted from the tweets. Here I loaded the data sets both from Kafka using the data I've ingested using the Kafka consumer, as well as what I've ingested using the Flume agent. And here I just take all the distinct tweets because it would be better to analyze distinct tweets. And here I use a UDF, a user-defined function, to convert the polarity into a categorical value. And here I started with some cleaning. And this is the analysis that I performed, where I would remove records that have a different language. So I would only be focusing on English. And I would be focusing only on tweets that are from users that have more than 10 followers and 10 friends. And I also did analysis on 4 different MVP candidates. So it's Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, and Jason Tatum. The screenshots for these analyses can be found on the doc. And then I did the tokenization, and as well as I created the pipeline, and I used the decision tree classifier for my ML algorithm. And here I wrote the model back, and I also did the validation. And for the validation, I used my Flume dataset as my validation dataset. And that is it for the code explanation. And now let's execute it and see how it goes. Yeah, I will start with the code and paste. My code. Run it. As you can see now, it's running all the analysis, getting the average tweets, the average sentiment values, as well as everything is running. And now it will start the machine learning pipeline. This might take some time, but let's give it a few minutes. As you can see, I also did check the class imbalance to see if there is a balance of classes. You can see that each class has around 500 to 300. So it is fairly balanced. So you can get a good prediction with these tweets. So here we can see the initial test data accuracy is around 82%. And the accuracy on the new data, that is on the data acquired from Flume, it's around 83%. So that is it for my Spark. Thank you.